Hey YouTube, welcome back to Universe X. And today I'm going to do something I haven't done in quite some time. And that is a speculation piece when it comes to the leaders that are going to come out. So this video is both to inform you what we know based off of just, the cards we've seen, but also kind of speculate on the things that we don't know. And this is going to be about the next set Cross Spirit. So if you like this sort of thing, hit that subscribe button because I really like getting into these. So first and foremost, just want to say, as per usual, think about joining the Facebook group because it is the largest forum of information for our card game. And second, if you want to just have a place where you can, just talk, chill, talk about a lot of things, games, the card game, Dragon Ball in general, anime in general, my Discord link will be in the description as well. Bunch of cool people in there, and I'll try to be there too. So that being said, the last thing I want to say is I'm still pushing for that 1K. So again, any support helps, whether you're already subscribed to the channel and you're just commenting and sharing your thoughts, whether you haven't subscribed yet, you're thinking about subscribing, click it all helps. So jumping right into this, all this is kind of based off of the reels of cards that they showed us while we were looking at the commercial, as well as that one large shot of all the cards we have there. So the first thing I wanted to go about is red. Red is a very easy one to see where they were going with this. Red is clearly Tournament of Power themed. They showed Piccolo and Gohan talking about a master and student bond. I would not be surprised if we're going to see them, just put an SR into SPR of Gohan and Piccolo hitting the Kamehameha with the special beam cannon support. It would not surprise me. But looking at the splash art, and we're going to reference this a couple times, you can see at the bottom right then and there is an ultimate Gohan leader in red. He's probably going to flip to Gohan and Piccolo, but I love this. You guys know how I am. You guys know what I think about Gohan. That is my dude. Also on this page, you can see that there is a Frieza unison. It's a 2-drop. So that's likely just going to be what fits into the deck. Just looking at its pattern, you can tell it's not really foiled. So this is probably gonna be a common, uncommon. There's a vanilla Goku, I guess. There's a Piccolo, and then you can see a Ultra Instinct Goku that looks to be an SR with the way its foil is laid out. So yeah, that's definitely TOP themed, and red is going to be led by Gohan, probably flipping into Gohan Piccolo. Now, looking at the other end of it, they've already shown that there's gonna be some Jiren cards. And normally, the supporting unison is somebody normally, I'm not gonna say not all the time, but normally it's a person that closely supports the leader card in terms of story. And in this case, you have Gohan as the leader, but then you have Frieza as the unison, and they did have a crucial team up against Dispo. But I'm assuming that since we can see in another picture, actually I'll just pull that picture up right now, you can see that there's a Topo unison. And so if there's a Topo unison and you see a Dispo card and we're getting Jiren support, I don't think it's that hard to think that we're going to have a Jiren leader, a new red Jiren leader. So that pretty much sums that up. You got red being Gohan on the hero side, Jiren on the antagonist side. That one's pretty much the easiest one to do here. Now next, you got blue, okay? With blue, you know that Hirudegarn is coming out. And in this picture I'm about to put on screen, you can see that we actually have a Hoi unison. The Hoi unison is specify cost 2, so I don't expect to see Hoi in the leader. But they have a couple options for this. These cards all require you to have a Phantom Demon, so I think it's going to be, a Hirudegarn card through and through. We're gonna have ugly Hirudegarn who flips into fully transformed Hirudegarn. Done deal. The fact that all the support requires you to have a, most of them require you to have Phantom Demon, I don't think they're gonna give them a front that's not a Phantom Demon. And since Hoi's on this unison, I think it's safe to say we're gonna get just pretty much a revamp of the old Hirudegarn leader. He's gonna be ugly on the front, transform the back, which is still kind of ugly, but he's like less ugly, Now for the leader though, they could really go anywhere. What we're seeing with these cards, you see in some of these shots later in the video, you'll see that there is a Great Saiyaman 2 there. There's a Trunks, there. There's a lot of different cards just kind of shown in the background. I think there's even a Gohan like powering up in his like Great Saiyaman tunic, but he's like ultimate form. So, and there's a Tapion Unison. That's the most important part. That's what's on the screen right now, a Tapion Unison. So I think it's safe to say that the leader is not going to be Tapion. So the choices that we have, heck, we could have a Minosha leader, but I don't think that would work well. We've already had a Trunks leader who had the sword as well. So I think we could easily see a Trunks or a Super Saiyan 3 Goku leader. Because Goku did finish off Rudigarm with Dragon Fist, and I think thematically it would tie in a little bit with something we're going to talk about later in this video. So I think the leader has a high chance of being a Trunks or a Goku, but I mean, you know, there has to be at least 2 Goku leaders per set. I think this will be a good place to have it, maybe. Just the Dragon Fist being such an iconic move. Now, moving on to Green. This one's going to be a little weird. So Green is a Buu Saga kind of deal. I mean, we got blue as Rudigarm, we got red as TOP. Green seems to definitely be the Buu Saga. If you ask why I think that, when you look at the images, the giant splash art has a green Sandman Unison, which I'll get back to, a Videl looking extra card, and then you can see on the bottom left corner there is a Buu that's clearly green. Now, when you start looking through the little screenshots, though, what you're going to be able to see is there is a Babidi Unison, likely for the villain side, which lets you know. I mean, there's the Great Saiyaman Unison for the hero side, and there's a Babidi Unison for the villain side. Then you have a Goku who's doing the Spirit Bomb. The foiling, not sure if it's an SR, but it looks like it probably is. I see some lines coming off of it. Android 18 is kind of blocking it out. And then there's also a clearly SR Buu, like Gohan, that's on there. So with, you know, Gohan being, with Babidi being the Unison, I think it's very, very likely that we're gonna have one of his minions, strong minions, be the leader. And we could get another Fat Buu. We could get another Fat Buu that flips into Kid Buu. We could get a Fat Buu that flips into Super Buu. I think that would be cool, a Fat Buu that flips into Super Buu. But we also could get a Deborah Unison. I wouldn't sneak that past him. Deborah hasn't been represented as a leader yet, and Buu has. So I think it'd be cool, you know, like Deborah Unison that kind of can use the Petrify effect to maybe lock down a battle card, things like that. But I think it has a high probability of being a Buu that flips into a Super Buu, or a Deborah. Deborah's kind of actually not a high chance at all, but pretty easy on that one. Now with the hero side, with the Great Saiyaman as the Unison, I think if Great Saiyaman is the Unison, I think that with there being heroine cards, we've already seen a vanilla Videl as well as a green extra card specifically made for heroines. So to be completely honest, it would not surprise me if we got a Videl leader in green, or a Great Saiyaman 2 leader in green, or maybe a Videl that flips into Great Saiyaman 2. Then her Unison is Great Saiyaman. She's still in the Buu Saga, and she can use these cards. But I don't think it would be far off to think that we can be getting a Videl or Great Saiyaman 2 leader for green. Next up, we're going to hit yellow. Now, yellow is clear as day for the villains, but could get a little odd for the heroes, okay? So for the villains, you can see on the splash art, right? As he's saying splash art, you see on the large art page, you see Android 17 and you see Pan. And unfortunately, those are the only 2 yellow cards. Oh wait, sorry, there's a yellow Unison up in the upper right corner, Dr. Mew. Those are the 3 yellow cards they put on this page. Now, Android 17 definitely fused with Hellfighter 17, and Dr. Mew and Dr. Gero teamed up. And actually on that Unison, it's Dr. Gero and Dr. Mew. So you already know this is 17 Saga. The leader is likely going to be either Hellfighter 17 flipping into Super 17, or it's going to be Hellfighter 17 and Android 17 flipping into Super 17. That is almost done deal. And then the Unison being Dr. Mew and Dr. Gero 100% makes sense too. So that's done deal on that side. Now on the other side, you can see through the reels of art that there is going to be a, there's a Hellfighter 17 powering up, but there's also a Super 17 card, but more tellingly, there is an Android 18 GT Unison. Now, with that being said, I made a joke on the community page about Krillin being the leader for yellow, but I think that it would much more likely be a Goku. Whether the Goku is a kid on the front and the back, is technically he finished off Android 17, Super 17 with a Dragon Fist as a child, in his child form. So maybe we get a child on the front, Super Saiyan 4 in the back, or maybe we get a child on the front, child on the back doing the Dragon Fist. But I think that the leader for yellow will be a GT Goku versus a GT Super, well, a Super 17, which is automatically GT. So I think that's the supporting thing for that. Now, I'm just trying to see if there are any other cards I missed. I see the 17, I see Hellfire 17, I see the Unison right here. Yeah, I think that's really about it for yellow. Pretty open and shut. Now, black. Okay. Black is Heroes themed yet again. And here I've seen, we already know that the black leader is going to be Sin Shenron Zeno. Not only have we seen that in the layout of a bunch of cards, we see the back of his leader. We see a Sin Shenron card, battle card, and then we see a Toa Unison. So yeah, we're definitely going to be seeing that on that end. Now, there is a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta thwarting the Dark Empire. I don't think this is indicative that we're going to get a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta leader. We could, like, make no mistake, we definitely could, but they already have a Xeno Gogeta, you know? So it would not surprise me if this just fit into the already existing archetype of the Gogeta Xeno. I don't think they're going to make a new leader as much as just make more cards for the archetype. That being said, the Unison for black on the hero side seems to be Super Saiyan 4 Bardock. And if that is the case, I would like to go out on a limb and say that maybe we're finally going to get a Super Saiyan God Trunks. Super Saiyan Trunks Xeno that flips into Super Saiyan God Trunks. I think that would be, or Trunks that flips into Super Saiyan God Trunks. I think that'd be actually really cool. They did fight side by side. Bardock Xeno and Trunks Xeno fought side by side in Heroes against a villain. And when, actually, let me check that villain, because I think I still have the stuff up from when I was doing lay research. But really though, they did fight together, and not only did they fight together, but once Bardock teamed up with Xeno King Vegeta, Bardock even used Trunks' sword to beat Dark Broly. Dark Broly is a major character in the set and in Heroes. And so yeah, when he fought Dark Broly and he teamed up with Dark Mask King to face Dark Broly, and Dark Broly mortally wounded Xeno King Vegeta, Bardock used Trunks' discarded sword in order to win the entire fight. So I think that it may not be that far off, because yeah, Xeno Trunks and Xeno Bardock teamed up against Mira. So I don't think it's going to be that far off if you know, that would be the supporting unison for Xeno Trunks. So yeah, those are my things. And just in case you need the rundown one more time before I close it out, that makes red being TOP with Gohan versus Jiren. That makes blue the Hirudegarn Saga movie, and I'm thinking it's probably going to be a Dragon Fist Goku versus Hirudegarn. Green is the Buu Saga, and I would not be surprised if that was Videl / Great Sandman 2 versus Deborah, or maybe a Buu. Yellow, 100% feel pretty confident it's going to be a GT Kid Goku versus Super 17. And then black, I mean, we automatically know it's Sin, but I think that we have a pretty good chance of Xeno Trunks being Super Saiyan God by the time that card flips over. So yeah, those are my things. Let me know in the description if you have any different theories for what the leaders may be. I would love to hear what you have to say. And yeah, until you guys get here next time, like I said, if you like the content, think about hitting that subscribe button, and I will see you next time you decide to peep Universe X. Later.